Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Lord Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that by the mercy of the spiritual master, one can achieve the causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord. And by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, one can attain the mercy of the bona fide spiritual master. Thus, by the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna, one receives the seed of devotional service. Guru Krishna Kripai by Bhaktivedanta Beach. Then one has to sow the seed in the field of his heart, just as a gardener sows the seed of a valuable tree. After sowing the seed, one has to water it. How? By chanting and hearing the holy name of the Supreme Lord. By chanting and hearing the holy name. When we chant, it is very important that we also hear the words, our own, the mantra that we are chanting with our ears. So, chanting and hearing the holy name of the Supreme Lord. And by taking part in discussions about the science of devotional service in a society of pure devotees. So, that means Shravanam and uh, asking questions. Shravanam from whom? From pure devotees, from Srila Prabhupada, from Srila Prabhupada disciples, from bona fide disciples of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. And we should ask questions whenever there is a doubt. These doubts are like demons. If we have a doubt in our mind regarding anything, and if we do not ask, and if we do not get it clarified, then they will dampen our spiritual life, they will dampen the spiritual progress. So we should always clarify our doubts in a humble mood, in a in a humble attitude, in order to understand, not in order to challenge, or not in order to um, deny the facts that the Shastras are presenting, or the facts that are presented by the pure devotees from the Shastra. So this should be our mood when we ask a question. So that is taking part in discussions about the science of devotional service in a society of pure devotees. When the plant of devotional service sprouts up from the seed of devotion, it begins to grow freely. When it is fully grown, it surpasses the length and breadth of this universe and enters the transcendental atmosphere of the spiritual world, where everything is bathed in the effulgence of the Brahmajyoti. The plant penetrates even the Brahmajyoti and gradually enters the planet known as Golok Vrindavan. There, the plant takes shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the ultimate goal of devotional service. Some Siddhi Haritoshnam. Whatever we do, whatever devotional activities, services we are doing, the purpose is ultimately to take shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, to please Krishna. After attaining this position, the plant produces the fruit of love of God, love of Krishna. To taste this fruit, however, it is necessary for the devotee or the transcendental gardener to water the plant daily by chanting and hearing. So it is very important that we chant and we hear about Krishna every day. If we miss a single day, that means we have not watered the plant. If we miss chanting, or if we miss hearing, even one day, that means we have not watered the plant that day. Unless one waters the plant by chanting and hearing, there is every chance that it will dry up. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pointed out to Srila Rupa Goswami. So we are reading what Mahaprabhu was instructing Srila Rupa Goswami. So now Mahaprabhu pointed out to Srila Rupa Goswami that there was another danger to be encountered while watering the root of the devotional plant. So while we are watering the devotional plant, there is another danger. What? After the plant has grown somewhat, an animal may come and either eat it or destroy it, trample it. When the green leaves of a plant are eaten by some animal, the plant generally dies. Thus, one has to take precautions so that the plant of devotional service is not disturbed by animals which represent offenses. So, we should be careful of any kind of offenses. There are so I know I don't remember all the offenses, but there is Vaishnava aparad, there is Dham aparad. Um, for example, to consider Sri Navadvip Mayapur Dham and Sri Vrindavan Mathura Dham to be different is also an offense because they are non-different. So, or when we are in Dham, to commit an offense against a Dham Vasi, they may not be a devotee, but if we commit offense against a Dham Vasi, that is also aparad. So we should be very careful of all these things when we are going for darshan, when we are visiting a dham, we should be very careful of these things. Thus, one has to take precautions so that the plant of devotional service is not disturbed by animals which represent offenses. And the most dangerous animal is a mad elephant. For if a mad elephant enters a beautiful garden, what will happen? It causes tremendous damage to plants and trees. Everything is destroyed. An offense to a pure devotee of the Lord is called Vaishnav Aparad, the mad elephant offense. In the discharge of devotional service, an offense to the feet of a pure devotee creates havoc and stops one's advancement. Thus, one has to defend the plant of bhakti by fencing it off properly and taking care not to offend pure devotees. Then the plant of devotional service will be properly protected. Now, how will we know who is a pure devotee? Hence, we should not commit any offenses against any devotee. We do not know. Today, somebody may be a neophyte, may have just come into this path of Krishna consciousness. Tomorrow they may become a pure devotee. But if we commit an offense today, that offense will be carried. And when they become a pure devotee, we will be cut out. Our plant will get completely uprooted. So we should be very, very careful not to commit offenses in words, mind, thoughts, every way. In any way, if we are committing offenses, even if we think of an offensive thought in the mind, immediately we should beg for forgiveness from that devotee, and we should beg for forgiveness from our spiritual master, from Srila Prabhupada, from Krishna. But if we know against whom we have committed an aparad, or if we know that okay, I have committed an offense against this devotee, maybe in my mind or in my words or through my actions in any way, then we should directly go and ask for forgiveness from that devotee. So an offense to a pure devotee is one of the 10 offenses against the holy name. We will lose taste in chanting if we commit offenses, and the offense against a pure devotee is one of the 10 offenses of the holy name. So, what happens next, and what are the 10 offenses? We'll see, Krishna willing, tomorrow. Thank you so very much for your wonderful association. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रीला जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। श्रील भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Kindly unmute and please shower your blessings with loud Hari Bol.
हरि बोल।
हरि बोल। जय श्यामा पूर्णिमा।